So we should be finishing Akechi's, what was it called? Akechi's epilogue today. Hopefully. And we should be playing Kobayashi as well. I'm not sure if Kobayashi's route is short or not. I prepped a save file for Kobayashi's route. So I guess we'll see if it pulls another if it pulls another marble. Either way, I'll be upset. I've said it already. That it doesn't matter what happens, I'll still be upset for marble. But I would like a nice route for Kobayashi because I really like him. Ooh, there we go. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so there's my Kobayashi save file. Last time, wait. Was this really where we left off? Yeah, an English lady in an Eastern land, I guess so. Because I believe that's the epilogue. Yeah, so last time Emily went to Japan to go experience Japan with Akechi, but the government was like, oh no, you're a foreigner. You gotta stay in our hotel and go to our parties and you can't interact with Akechi because he's not he's not a noble. And then Akechi and Kobayashi managed to get into like a party that Emily was going to, and they managed to see Emily for like 5 seconds. And then Akechi broke into her government facility hotel and kidnapped her. And now the government is sending Emily back to London. It was wonderful. I stood out on the deck, watching the coastline recede into the distance. At my side was Pendleton, who had come to join me on the voyage home. I wonder if, like, Akechi has, like, anything down on his record now, like, kidnapping, is Emily considered a government official? She was at least under the government's protection. Kidnapping a government personnel. You wear a rather gloomy expression for one who had such a wonderful time. I mean, I feel like half of her time in Japan was not that wonderful, Pendleton. She kinda didn't get to do shit. You've experienced the vastness of the world for yourself, and learned all manner of new things. That itself is worth celebrating. I'm certain you'll be able to assess the myriad of emotions you're feeling when you return to London. Did she, though? Did she experience the vastness of the world when she was in, like, the hotel for, like, most of the trip? So, do you think so? I have my doubts. The waves lapped gently at the side of the ship, sparkling with the light of the midday sun. I stared towards the horizon, feeling nowhere near as radiant myself. I can't see myself able to move past this, really. Then, why did you board the ship? He stowed away on the ship, right? He's not just gonna let her leave without him. Because I wish to believe in him. I hadn't any choice but to come aboard to begin with, but... Do you really think he would break the law just for love and come chasing after you? Yes! Yes, I would actually, Pendleton. I would like him to do that. I do. I wanted to believe he would. Break the law, Akechi. Commit tax evasion. I squeezed the ship's railing so tightly that my arms had begun to shake, but nothing could persuade me to take my eyes from the shore. Surprises me to hear you thought so highly of him, my lady. What do you mean? We were in love with him. The ship cut across the sea, each minute taking us farther and farther from Japan. The port was now so small against the horizon that only squinting would reveal its details.
残念ですが、もうお諦めくださいませ。
As unfortunate as it might be, I'm afraid you have no choice but to relinquish your hopes. You're going back into my dungeon the moment we land in London, little girl. I could scarcely find the words to respond. Nah, he stowed away on the boat. Trust. No matter how many times I called out for him, I knew my words would never reach his ears. They were cast upon the sea, swept away in the wind and the waves. My compass was swallowed by the sea. Oh, cute! Maybe I shouldn't say cute when she's crying. Oh my god, you look so cute when you're crying. It's so attractive when you're sad, Emily. Words really never meant to be together? Still clutching at the railing, my tears began to fall. First a trickle, then a torrent, as though a levee within me had broken. I simply cried without bothering to wipe the tears away. The gentle rocking of the ship, a pleasant sensation in happier times, played now the saboteur, robbing me of all energy. Unable to stand any longer, I fell to my knees. Well, hey, that's my favorite class in Final Fantasy XIII anyway. I love being a saboteur. All I could see as I peered out upon the endless expanse was the sea and sky. The pain I felt was so sharp, so consuming, that I could bear to gaze out upon it no more. But then, at the bottom of my sorrow, I heard a voice. Yeah, there's no way he's just gonna leave. There's no need for tears, Emily. Why does he look like he's photoshopped onto her?
僕はここにいます。
I'm right here,
ちゃんと
right beside you.
一緒に
I feared I was late, but I was just in time. Oh, hey there, Jackie. Yeah, my computer's looking alright now. So I started streaming. Yeah, he really does look photoshopped. He's like her imaginary friend. Like, I think Akechi's here, and it's like, no, actually, I'm not real. Suddenly, the voice I had wished to hear more than any other was whispering into my ear. Am I on copium? I looked up and was suddenly enveloped in reassuring warmth. Yeah, what is this pose? It looks like she's sitting on, like, the deck. Like, I don't know, maybe she's sitting on her knees, but what is he doing? I'm, like, imagining him, like, stretched out. Like, he's, like leaning, like, laying on... Yeah, where is his legs? I'm just imagining, like, his body is trailing off. Like, you see the end of the cape? That's, like, it's just a straight line of his body, and he's, like, curled up. Oh my god. Screaming.
Hi.
Yes? It's really you? No, I'm actually not real. You can tell by the fact that I don't have a lower body.
すみません。
I'm sorry.
本当は
I'd hoped to come to you
も
sooner,
っと
but
早くこうしたかったのですが。
your copium could only materialize half of me. So great was my surprise that I struggled to take in what was happening. But his arms that embraced me, and his gentle, reassuring voice were undeniable reality.
やれやれ。もう数十秒
Honestly,
こらえて
I
ほ
was
しかった
hoping
の
you
です
could
が
have held out a
仕
minute
方あり
longer.
ませんね。
I suppose this will have to suffice. Did you know that he was on the ship and you just wanted to tease Emily? Did you just want to make Emily cry, Pendleton? The Lulu is true Lulu. The Lulu harder, Emily.
さあ、小林
At
君。
any rate,
ひとまず
Kobayashi,
我々
I
は
believe
行き
we
ま
ought
しょ
to
うか。
take our leave.
ペンデルトンさんも意地悪だよな。こうなること。
Oh
分か
my
ってたんだろ
god. Wait! He really did just do that to make Emily cry. What an asshole. Sometimes I think you have quite the cruel streak in you, Pendleton. You knew all along that it would end up like this, didn't you?
俺たちがこっそりこの船に乗り込むことも、
Twink ass
明
boy.
智がレディのためなら
Cats
無茶でも
bagels.
何でもすることもさ。
Not only that we were trying to sneak aboard the ship, but that Akechi was prepared to do anything for Emily's sake.
さあどうでしょうね。
Kobayashi continuing to say your
お
thoughts
嬢
out
様を
loud.
地の果てまで追いかけられない男など
He always
私は認め
says
ま
what
せん
I'm
ので。
thinking. Hi. Hope you're doing good. Who can say? At the very least, I had no intention of accepting any suitor who was not prepared to pursue Lady Emily to the very ends of the earth if need be.
素直じゃないな。俺たちが見つかって船から降ろされそうになった時も友人って口聞いてくれたじゃん。
I need a man that is prepared to take a bullet for her, and that's because I'm going to shoot him with my gun. Multiple times. A little honesty never hurt anyone, you know. We'll not forget how you stepped in and vouched for us earlier, when we were found out and were gonna be thrown off the ship.
ロンドンまでの船旅は長いですからね。些細な問題で出港を遅延させるわけにはいきませんので。
Well, the passage to London is quite the voyage, after all. It would have been unseemly had there been any delays in setting sail, especially for such a trivial reason.
あ、それと言い忘れていましたが、明智君と小林君、英国王室から2人宛ての招聘状を預かっています。
Oh, and by the by, I have been entrusted with a letter of invitation for the two of you from the British royal family.
え？
What? An invitation?
招聘状？
They're like, it's cool of you to break the law in Japan. You're cool over here, I guess.
はい。私も詳細まではわかりませんが。
Yes, though I'm afraid I'm unaware of the particulars surrounding it. Oh, are they gonna go to jail?
あなたたちの功績が認められ
You're
た
like,
の
yeah,
か
we
も
know
しれ
you're
ません
coming
ね。
to London, and we know you broke
2
the
人はステルバウ
law.
ンドにさらわれた子供
So
たちを
you're going to
無事
jail.
救い出したのですから。
But it is not surprising that your achievements would be recognized by no less than the royal family themselves. You did, after all, save the lives of a ship full of children who had been kidnapped by Spellbound. I mean, sure. The day before the ship was due to depart for London, around the time the gas lamps began to shine out upon the twilight streets of Japan, Akechi made his way to the home of an old acquaintance. Was it his master?
以前ロンドンに出
When
発
I
した
first
時
departed for London, I tried my hardest to
僕はあな
put
たを
from my
遠ざけよう
mind
とし
any
ました
memories of you, to forget you entirely
忘れ
were
よ
it
うとさ
possible.
え
Yeah, if it's his
しました
master.
だから
It was not, and so I felt it was only right that I come to see you again.
挨拶をさせてください
So wait, are they not leaving Japan yet? I thought they were on the ship to go to London.
決めたのか
Oh wow, even he gets a sprite. What the hell? This is like what? The last 10 minutes of this epilogue, I feel? Then you've made up your mind.
はい
I have.
後悔はないのだな
What you do, you'll do without regrets.
当然です
Of course.
一つだけ
I really do think
あな
Watson
たに
was
尋ねた
just
いことがあります
the runt. They just did not care about Watson's route.
手のかかる弟子だったでしょうか
But there's one thing I've wanted to ask you. When I was still a student, was I difficult?
ああお前ほど頑固で強情で融通が利かない弟子を私は知らん
Without a
この
job.
先も
Never have I instructed. Oh god, it's the KK Slider music. Never have I instructed a student more stubborn, more hard-headed, or more inflexible. I doubt I ever shall again. Speaking of KK Slider, yesterday I took a day off from
さっさと行
streaming
け
to play some Tales of Zestiria
お前の行
with
くべき場
with
所へ
Barn. And we got through the fire trial temple and then the other like dungeons that had you like get all of the elements to open like a door. The fire trial temple music was a bop, even though it had like some KK Slider bits in it. But it was so good. I think the game's really picking up now. Like at the start, I wasn't enjoying it, but I feel like around the fire trial temple, I started enjoying it a lot more. Yeah, I'm being led to also believe that Watson was the unfavored child out of the dateable roots, right? Ooh, snap, yeah. I'm enjoying it a lot more. It's still probably my least favorite Tales of game, but it's picked up a bit. I've nothing more to say to you. Be on your way, Kenichiro. You belong to another place now. So long as you're having fun, that's all that matters, yeah. I realized that I'm just like a big fan of Goshina. I just want to play more Goshina games. I want to play Code Vein sometime soon too. I suppose I really did end up taking after you.
今までありがとうございました。
Thanks for everything you've done for me, Master.
どうか
Please, stay well.
お元気で。
The soothing roll of the waves came quiet upon my ears as they gently rolled the ship from side to side. I felt at ease, reassured, and yet my tears flowed regardless.
ありがとうございます。僕を信じてくれて。
Thank you for believing in me. 本当に追いかけてきてくれたの? You really chased after me? No. And then he just disappears into a poof. Of smoke. Of course. Honestly, I only followed you so that I could get some opium off of the ship. This isn't a dream, is it?
今は英国史の授業中ではありませんよ。
Why would you be
控え
asleep?
てください
We're
ね。
not in history class, you know. He chided me kindly, though I was still filled with wonderment that it really was him. And then he disappears in a poof. Damn, Akechi really is a phantom thief here too!
どんな場所だったとしても
God, could you imagine if he
僕
interacted
はあな
with
たの手を取っ
Lupin?
ていきたい。
I wish they did.
あなたと一緒に
So I could be like, whoa, it's just like Persona 5! No matter where you go, I want to be the one to take your hand. I want to look forward, the future, at your side. What up, streamer? Oh, hey, Linux! How's it going?
僕の途方もないわが
I
ままを
realize that might be a selfish
受
request,
け入れてくれ
and I
ますか
might be asking more than I ever should of you, but would you grant this wish? I can hardly call such a hope selfish. When I harbor this very same wish of you too. Unable to contain my joy any longer, I grabbed his arm in mine. Oh god, this Photoshop ass looking CG again. Wanna be with you forever. Forever and ever. Looks like he's about to start licking her too. His mouth open like that. He's about to do that scene from JoJo. But I was afraid that, were to ask such a thing of you, I might unthinkably take from you all you cared about. I can taste your fear, Emily. You didn't worry about
大
that.
丈夫です。
All that I care about, all that I wish to protect, is right here
守
with
りた
me.
いもの全部
He's about to suck her soul. As I softly cried, I felt the warmth of his encouragement envelop me. I would cry too if he did that. He stroked my hair as it was tousled by the sea breeze, then drew me closer to him. Yeah, look at this, Leonix. It does not look like he has like a lower body, because it looks like she's sitting, but you don't see his legs. So it just looks awkward.
それに
Now that I've come to know you,
これから先
I
は
hope to discover new things to care about and treasure alongside you.
あ
To
な
make
たと
new
一緒に
memories together.
見つけたよかったもう一度だけ
Lol, I say LMAO even. Ghost. Delulu. I ask you to call my name once more. He's her persona. We are so close now to one another that I could feel his breath, hear the vibrations of his voice, almost like the pleading of a spoiled child. I felt all the tension ebb from my body The serenity flowed in as parched earth is soaked by a spring rain. His eyes were peaceful, as vast and clear as the sea. Witchcraft.
あなたが好き大好きよ
I love you, Akechi. Truly never ceased to amaze. Oh help, her neck! Oh, what's going on with her neck? That looks painful. That looks painful. It looks like she's straining her neck. Help! He smiled kindly at me, and our lips met softly. Beneath the beating rays of the sun, with the sea lazily churning around us, we kissed once more. My heartbeat raced, my cheeks were flushed, and though my tears had slowed to a trickling, they bathed my face still. But he clutched me tightly in his embrace nonetheless.
世界はとても広くて
The world is vast. Compared to that, all I could dream or hope for feels so
どん
small,
な願いも夢
so
も
insignificant.
ちっぽけで
Even so,
届かないかもしれないだけど願いも夢も幸せも私はあなたと見つけたい
I want to discover things to wish for, to dream of, and happiness by your side. To have your love and your company forever. The sea breeze caressed our skin, filling the sails that carried the ship onward. Whether beneath the moon's soft light, or the sun's dazzling radiance, or even in darkness so deep that tomorrow was far from certain, I wished to take the hand of my beloved, who had journeyed from across the sea, and move forward, placing my trust in him. It's nothing less than a miracle, our meeting, and for that miracle, I was filled with thanks and happiness without measure. Thank the Lord I fixed it. It? What did you fix? May their future be one of bliss. Yahoo! Alright. Oh god. So, we'll be doing Kobayashi's route. I think I'm gonna make a poll because I have a feeling... Call it a hunch. But I'm gonna assume Kobayashi's route is really short. I had to switch to some random shit laptop at work because the PC is even worse and old. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm gonna make a poll real quick. Sorry for anyone that relies on Discord. Or hold on, I guess we'll see. We'll see how long it goes. If we look at previous platonic routes, probably, yeah. S mode is the worst shit ever. Oh. Did you do a poll already? Yeah, it's for Kobayashi, but I'm assuming Kobayashi's route is gonna be really short. I had to disable Secure Pot and Regid it? Actually, what's the second highest route? I believe it was Lupin, but I feel like a lot of people want to save Lupin for last. Because our options are Herlock, Lupin, and Jack now. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see if Kobayashi's route is long. I think I'll write about Kobayashi today. It's me. I'm the one who wants to save Lupin for last. He's such a bright and energetic exchange student who came all the way from the Far East. And he's Akechi's seemingly capable assistant.
でも見たところ
Looks like an ordinary girl to me. Well, ordinary as far as
俺
here, I'm sure.
本物の金
Never
髪
seen a
碧
real
眼美女なんて
blonde-haired,
初めて
blue-eyed
見たよ
beauty in my life. Oh, but he's not a bad sort with his energy. He's been very responsible. I also want Lupin for last. He's constantly watching out for Akechi, a man who takes pride in pushing himself too hard, which which must be exhausting for the one who can only stand by his side and watch. I hope we'll become fast friends. Esmo does you literally cannot run anything that is not from their app store? Huh? Does that mean you can't even open a browser? No registry, editor, nothing? Jeez.
今日は少し疲れたし、もう寝ようかし
Okay,
ら。
let me pull up Kobayashi's walkthrough. Koala Bayashi. Yeah, that's definitely how you spell his name. Koala Bayashi. Okay, so we are at roundabout Kobayashi. Diary Kobayashi. Okay, there we go. Let's skip ahead.
そんな紅茶、あまり飲みたくない。
Oh, the iPhone mode? I thought it was deleted.
もし死体が伝染病に
I've
感染していた
never
ら
heard of that. I've never heard of that mode
血液の
before.
扱いには
You can do Edge. Is it like a Mac or something? Wait, huh? Oh, I must have gone backwards.
ごめんよ。レディ
Let's see. Stolen plate is false. Someone close to Hudson.
意外に身近な人物。
We just gotta do all of these dialogue options. Thank God for skip to next choice. I wish all visual novels just had this. It feels so weird going from playing a game that has this to playing a game that doesn't.
日記を書こうかしら。
Okay, let's skip around. Classified documents on major
犯罪についての
crimes.
本を調べてみましょう。
Okay, we gotta let the timer run out for this one. I thought it was deleted. Imagine your computer is a phone, but worse. Of course, you can opt out if you make a Microsoft account. Oh, fuck that though.
マイだと思うわ。
My me, strawberry eggs.
左の板を下へ。
Oh, we actually pull this one off. Upper panel to the left.
上の板を左へ。
I thought we were gonna fail this for Kobayashi, but I guess he wants us to have a good
右
relationship
の
with
板を下
Akechi.
へ。
So I guess that makes sense.
上の板を右へ。
Skip it. Call out to him, and then we go to the back alley.
話し声が聞こえるわ。
Okay, so this should put us on Kobayashi. Oh wait, there's still some more. Both of you. Oh right, this is when they were fighting. Oh, thank you for the head pat, Sator. Hello, Sator. Hope you're doing good. I'm glad that most Renpai visual novels have a skip to the next dialogue too. It's just not as fast as this, yeah. Any visual novel that, like, you can only click through is hell. Like, no skip option. I'm like, what is this? It's only on ship pre-builds you get at, like, Walmart. God, I hate typing on phone. Kobayashi is a bros before hoes kind of guy. Understandable. Especially with how buggy it is, especially with Twitch chat. Oh. Hi, Elio! Oh, you're in a D&D right now. But I hope stream's been fun so far. Also, the way that the constellations move on your model looks so cool. Oh, thank you! I hope you have fun with D&D. Thank you for coming in. And thank you. I really like that the constellations move. I wanted it to be like chowder-y with the constellations, so I really like how it came out for the model. Thank you. I just saw the other poll. 0% Herlock and 0% Jack is so funny. Well, I think it's because I feel like people are not voting for Herlock out of the kindness of their hearts because he doesn't deserve to lose brain cells for Emily. Sadly, I want to vote for him next. Yeah. Same here. If I were to choose next, I would probably choose Sherlock next. This is ludicrous. Both of them needed to stop. That is enough, you two! I don't mind having the account on my home PC, but there's no guarantee I'll have this laptop since it's for sale here. It worked. Holmes and Akechi stopped immediately. This OST is a bop, a bit loud. Oh! Let me turn that down. A bit loud, but a bot. Hey, Twy! Okay, how does it sound now? It worked. Holmes and Akechi stopped immediately. And I'm not making an account on something that isn't mine. Alright, I believe it's give it to Kobayashi, right? Yep. Here you are.
What?
The music is better? Okay, cool. Really? It's alright to have it? This OST actually makes me want to listen to Umineko. Oh? I see no reason why it isn't. It's lovely to see a person enjoy London's food the way you are. Tired of phone typing, shutting up now. Thanks, Emily. Umineko's OST is a banger. I understand. Yeah, God. Whooshish. You should be switching over to Umineko unless my laptop has any issues later today. So we'll get to experience some peak Umineko OST. I handed the meat pie to Kobayashi, whose eye glittered with joy. Hope you don't mind if I eat it now. And I think that's why I sometimes just post emotes during my shifts and stream.
Miss Whiteley.
Yeah, that's a mood. Slightly. Nothing good comes by indulging as everyone. I hate typing on my phone. I always misspell something because of autocorrect. I beg your pardon then. I rather enjoy how much he seems to like it at least. Oh, and I do.
Lady, 俺この恩は一生忘れないからな。
Shan't forget this for the rest of my life. Count on it.
一生だなんて小林くんちょっと大げさじゃない？
Don't be silly. It's only a meat pie.
そんなことないよ。一般の礼はいつか絶対返すからな。
Only? No, no. I'll return the favor. You'll see. Will you... Will you have a route that isn't like 15 minutes long? Kobayashi then summarily finished off the pie in a few gulps. Me being tired of typing and just redeeming hydrate at times. Oh, is that why you do that? Let's see. I'm caught eavesdropping, I'll be reprimanded. That's the option. What should I tell him? Cause you're my schoolmate. We're not even friend zoning Akechi now. We go to school together, zoning him. Well, because we're schoolmates. At least instead of just being bored, I can play Fire Emblem or some shit now. Thank you for the hydrate, Twy. I take that as a yes. Let me stretch. I can't turn my back when a schoolmate is in need. Elio, he's not a woman. Of course his route is going to be longer than 25 minutes. Either way, I'll be upset for Marple. Let's see. Mustachioed man. Cause he's a collector. Protect the basket. I want to treasure the time we have together. I don't want us to stay forever. Okay, I think that was the last choice. Yep, that was the last choice. If his route is longer than Marple's, I will actually be upset. Like, Kobayashi is fine, but he's still basically Akechi's sidekick. This game doesn't deserve Marple. Marple is like the main character of her book. So why would she have a shorter route than Kobayashi? Yeah, they had like a bunch of stuff that they could have done with Marple based off of her book. But they just didn't. They just didn't. At the same time, Watson has his own freaking dateable route, and he's just Sherlock's sidekick, right? I guess Watson is like pretty popular, like culturally. Yeah, but like Sherlock is Sherlock. I can see him having more spotlight. Heart full of thanks. To be fair, his route is ass. Akechi turned his back to me whilst hanging his head. Watson got a route, but at what cost? The cost was it sucking ass. A rejection. My chest tightened. I didn't want this. With impulse driving me before my thoughts, I took my first step closer. Another. And a third before I broke into a run. Like, I want to say I like Watson, but I don't like him as like a dateable character for Emily. They have no chemistry. But yeah, I feel like Sherlock is the main love interest. Yeah. Because this is like London Detective Mysteria. I mean, it would obviously be Sherlock as the main guy, right? Come no closer. He swung his hand out toward me off, but struck my own. And as my grip faltered in that moment, the stack of books I'd been holding went tumbling to the floor. Akechi carried no intention of making contact, which, whatever that was the case, burned his cheeks till they were pure and deep red. There was silence between us. They even have the Baker Street Boys thing, TLDR. Kobayashi's route better have 0 CGs. Well, he needs at least 1 CG. At least Marple got a CG. But it wasn't even just with her. They had to put Pendleton in the CG too. Can't let the girls be alone. There was silence between us.
Oi, Akechi!
A cry of anger broke this.
お前、彼女に何やってるんだよ。
Watson's personality was fine. They didn't need to force the childhood love thing to make him appealing. Yeah, they just didn't know what to do with him. Just what do you think you're doing? I think Marple had one. I'll have to check when we do Kobayashi's route on the extra screen, but I'm pretty sure her route just had one. With Pendleton in it. The boy stepped forward to confront his partner.
俺言ったよな。
I told you to treat her better. Don't you
レディに
remember?
冷たくするなってさ。
Let's go, Kobayashi! The childhood love thing low-key hurt him.
一体
What's the matter
どうし
with
たんだ
you?
よ。
It isn't like you to
明智が
act
こん
this
なこと
way.
するなんて。
Okay, then Kobayashi's route needs to have 1 CG, where he's far in the background and Akechi and Emily are in the foreground. Bonus points if he's doing his fighting pose. I really want that. That would be great. He's just like punching the air.
話すことは
I have nothing to
何
say
もあ
to
り
you.
ません。
Cruel as the statement was, there was no malice to be felt, only a secret anguish that tailed behind the very last syllable uttered. Watson's writing low-key reminds me of how frustrated I get with OG Final Fantasy VII Tifa's writing. They have a lot of interesting things about them, but they reduce them to satellite love interests. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
ミス・ホワイトにす
My
みませんでした。
apologies, Miss Whiteley. Huh? Akechi?
僕はこれで失礼します。
I shall be taking my leave. He surely noticed, and hoped we would not press him on the topic. With a fast apology and a downtrodden sense about him, he exited the scene. Oh.
おい、
Where are you going? That's That's no way to treat her.
レディーに対してあんまりじゃ。
That's my dude. I'm fine, Kobayashi.
レディー。
But it
でも
isn't right, Emily. This is why you're best boy. Kobayashi shouted as he ready to go after Akechi, but I stopped him.
私が悪い
I
の
was the one in the wrong. This conversation was meant to be private.
話を聞いてしまって。
だけど。
But Emily,
私は
I'm in no position to
大
complain.
丈夫だから。
So don't be too harsh with him. I felt guilty. Oh yes, there was certainly guilt to be felt. Shock too, that Akechi would deny me. There's nothing to be accomplished by chasing after him. I could see Kobayashi had more to say on the matter. Final Fantasy VII shipping is such a nightmare. Why can't people be happy with the canon Aerith x Katana pair? Alright. I just ship Cloud with everyone.
この本、お前のものだろ。
These books here are yours, right? Words about Tifa or Aerith? Wrong. They're all dating each other. It's a polycule. I sighed and nodded, and as I did, he bent down and gathered the books one by
お
one.
前にはちょっと重いだろ。
Cloud should just hold everyone's hand, man. For real! This whole stack is a bit heavy, isn't it? Allow me.
ごめんなさい。小林くん。
I didn't mean to bother you, Sir Kobayashi.
謝るなって。
This is exactly why we named him Baby Girl.
してないんだ。
Everyone wants him. Bother? Bother your bothers. You've done nothing wrong. Why did he smile then? What use was there in a bitter smile, in false warmth? It was all too easy to see. However much he made to hide it, how forced it was, that's 'cause he's trying to make you feel better. How is Sephiroth gonna hold his katana? Sephiroth has two hands. Exactly. One to hold Cloud's hand and the other to hold his katana. Akechi maintained his distance after the incident.
おはよう。明智さん。
Good morning, Akechi.
おはようございます、ミス・ホワイトリー。
Good morning, Miss Whiteley. I would greet him, of course, and he would greet me, but he always did so with eyes averted before excusing himself.
明智さん。あの日からず
I
っと
mean, he can hold the katana and Cloud with one hand. There's evidence of such feat. He's been avoiding me ever since.
やっぱり私明智さんに嫌われてしまったのかしら。
I don't want to think it, but he must absolutely despise me now. Or, hear me out, Zoro from One Piece. As my thoughts descended into gloom, a ray of sunshine broke through the clouds.
おはよう、レディー。
Good morning, Emily.
おはよう小林くん。
Oh, good morning, Kobayashi. Is this route just Kobayashi being like, man, Akechi's such a piece of shit, huh? Took me by surprise when he called out to me from behind with his typical energy. Holy shit, new tech.
どうしたの？
Is there something on my face?
いや、
Oh no,
Nothing.
nothing at all. It's just how you look normally. He was a terrible liar. I could see he was concerned for me. But moments later, he presented to me an absolutely daring smile. Indeed, there's no better light than Kobayashi to dry my dampened spirits. Oh, what is this? Cloud's hand in his mouth.
なんか、
Oh my
ごめ
god.
んな。明智のやつが迷惑かけてさ。
I can't make head nor tail of his behavior. I'm sure it's caused you grief.
迷惑だなんて
Not as such. I
そ
can't
んなこ
fault
とない
him.
わ。むしろ
This rests entirely on me.
私が
That alone gives me
明智
twice
さ
the
んに
grief
避
he
けられ
has
ても仕
given.
方ないこ
ダメダメ。
I've heard enough.
Lady,
I don't
what
like
you
how
do
you
is
punish yourself.
そんな暗く
You
て
let the
メッと
darkness
した顔
hang
して
over
たら
you for much longer, and
そ
you'll
のうち
soon
頭
sprout
からキノコ
mushrooms
生え
from
て
your
くるぞ。
head. The way there's a non-zero chance Sephiroth would just bite Cloud's hand. He would! He would! And I bet he'd hope he'd give Cloud rabies. What? Why mushrooms?
レディはそんなジメッとした顔よりもカラッとした笑顔の方がずっと似合うからさ。
Never mind. I mean that a face like yours is much prettier with a smile. Why aren't you dateable? Saying stuff like that just makes me love you even more, Kobayashi. You're so sweet.
だからあんまり気にしすぎるのよ
Peak Sefikura content. Try not to let what happened weigh on you, alright? He would clench real hard and he would drop a meteor on himself. Very well. You're very kind, Kobayashi. For a non-impressive 2k damage. What a smile he has. What a spark in his every step. Is it that my own sadness made him appear brighter than before?
俺も二人が仲直りできるようにできるだけやってみるからさ。
I'll do whatever it takes to help you two become friends again. Whatever. Anything at all.
小林くん
なんでもないよレディ。
Just going on a tangent. I need you guys to become close together because I don't want to have a root with you. I don't want to be romantically involved with you. We need to get you a man. Kobayashi approached Akechi after lessons were over.
お前が進んで僕の鍛錬に付き合うなんて珍しいですね。
To what do I owe your company? It's unusual for you to willingly join me in my training.
普段は僕が誘ってもあんなに逃げ回っているのに。
I know you as more the type to flee at the mere suggestion.
今回は特別だよ。
Well, today is a special occasion. I'm here to beat your ass. Kobayashi's answer came quiet yet intense as he stood face to face with Akechi. Please date my friend. I don't want her to force me into dating her.
どうしても
I'm here because I need to fight you and win.
聞いて
And
も
when
ら
I
わなきゃ
do,
いけ
you'll
ない
have
こ
to
と
do
がある
something
か
for
ら
me.
な。
Let's go! Kobayashi beat his ass! You do exactly what I want you to do, Kobayashi. This is why I
明智も
love
彼女も
you.
お人よしだからさ。
You and Emily are both too kind and polite for your own
相手のこと気遣って
good. So this whole affair has come about because each of you is putting what you believe to be the other's desires before your own. Fight! 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 But I can't bear to see her
元気
go
の
on
ない
each
彼
day
女を
as
見
she
てくれない。
is.
お前のせいで
Did you see her yesterday? She almost got a flower pot dropped on her head because she wasn't paying attention. I can't ignore her when I see her. I know you're the reason why she's so sad.
だからここで
I'll train with you now and
どうしても
best
一
you.
本取って
I know if I do, you'll
お
finally
前に言うこと
listen.
聞かせなきゃいけない。
You beat his ass.
明智とレディを
It's time you two set your awkward
仲直り
ideas of
させなきゃい
kindness
けないん
aside
だよ。
and become friends again.
小林、
I don't want to hang out with Emily. Please hang out with Emily for me. Akechi, please. And you suppose it will all be as simple as that. Kobayashi, how are you ever going to beat me? And he pulls a gun. Based. The detective observed his assistant closely without... I still can't get over that actually happened. That Pendleton actually pulled out the gun. I was not expecting that to actually happen.
勝たなきゃ。わざわざこ
You
うして
said it
お前の
yourself.
鍛錬に付き合ってる意
Why
味
else
ない
would
だ
I
ろ。
willingly join you?
明智は頑
You're
固
a
だから
stubborn ass, no matter
口で
what
何度
anyone
言っても
says.
聞きやしない
I could ask you 1,000 times, and you ignore me for 1,001. I would have been mad if he didn't.
それで不意打ちをせずに
So, you challenge me
あえて
directly
僕の
rather
正
than
面に
catch
立
me
つ
off
な
my
んて。
game to raise your chance of victory.
小林、
You've grown,
お前も少し
Kobayashi.
変わったようですね。
ああ
I think I have too.
そうかもしれないな。そうでなきゃ明智の相手なんて
Well, I guess that's kind of a
誰
gun.
がするかよ。
There's no chance in hell I'd duel you otherwise.
言っておきますが、勝負に手加減は無用です。
Well, if we're to do battle, then I would request no restraint on your part, nor mine.
ああ、上等だよ。
That's precisely how I'd prefer it. Kobayashi took his slingshot in hand, whilst Akechi readied his katana. Both sprang into action. Akechi dashed forwards with a slash as Kobayashi seemed to fade back, releasing his slingshot's band in turn.
おはよう明智さん。
Good morning, Akechi.
おはようございます、ミス・ホワイトリー。
Good morning, Miss Whiteley. It was always the same. I greeted him, he greeted me. The times we spoke before he retired for some concocted engagement was now reduced to a repetitious, mechanical effort.
おはよう、レディ。
Good morning, Emily. Forget about that asshat.
小林くん。
Good morning, Kobuya. Just what I needed. A cheerful demeanor. My son. I twisted round and was rendered an open mouth and raised brows upon an oh, did Akechi kick his ass?
小林くん。
Damn
どうし
it.
たのその傷。
Not my goat. Kobayashi, what happened? Look at you. His face and arms were covered in bruises and scrapes, none of which had been present just the day before.
ああ、いや、
Huh? Oh, these things?
別になんでもないよ。久しぶりに鍛錬で
he
明智の
lost?
相手してやったら熱が入っただけで。
Nothing significant. I joined Akechi in one of his training sessions for the first time in a while. Got carried away, as you can see. I'd only accept this outcome if Akechi is equally fucked up. Yeah, what the fuck?
明智さんと
He was with Akechi? Training? A sword match? If this route was based. Oh my god. Punching guy. Dude, I need girl like you. Well, you know, I'm single. No, but I am single. I know, but like, no. So true. So true. God. Yeah, this is Kobayashi's route.
小林くん。明智さんの鍛錬
This
に
is why you
付き合う
pull the
ことは
gun out, boy.
いつも嫌がっていたのに。
He'll beat him next time, trust. But remarkable timing when he's always found some excuse to weasel out of practice. Something was amiss.
本当に
No, he
大
won't.
丈夫？
Nothing happened? The bruises looked awful, painful. This sparked worry in me, and in my concern, I went to touch his cheek, conscious to keep my caress light. His cheeks were warm, warmer than my fingertips.
大丈夫。
Nothing! It looks worse than it
なんともないから
feels!
心配す
Have
る
you
なって。
seen him? He's like the greatest fighter in the world. The reason why he failed against Akechi was he had a handicap. He was using a long distance weapon when he could have been using his fists in close range. If he used his fists, Akechi would simply evaporate.
それよりもさ、
Still,
ごめんな。
I'm sorry, Emily. Hmm? I don't know, the world was that small? Hmm? Gone was his usual pep and cheer as he apologized.
どうして
Whatever for?
小林くんが謝るの？
いや、
It
なんとな
just
く
felt like the right
そ
thing
ん
to
な気分
do.
だったから。
Once more, he gave me a weak smile between wincing. Once more, I knew him to be a terrible liar. The days and weeks rolled by, and eventually, we entered the academy as upper sixth students. That strange distance remained between Akechi and me, but we nonetheless retained our good rapport as schoolmates. I owed that in no small part to Kobayashi, whose words were so often attended by his kindness. It was his positive character that helped console me more times than I could count. In difficult times, his gaiety lent themselves well to happier occasions. The days passed faster than I realized.
ねえ小林
I
君
have something to ask you, Kobayashi.
うん
What's up,
どう
Emily?
したんだレディ
Are you worried about your
卒業論文に
thesis?
苦戦してるな
A bit,
それ
but
は置いておい
But
て
that isn't what I wanted to discuss. I happened to overhear Mr. Mackenzie
マ
recently,
ッケンジー先生
and
が話
what
して
he
いるの
said has caused me some distress.
聞いて
Oh, they're gonna be leaving for Japan, right?
その
Will you and Akechi be returning to
本当な
Japan
の
after graduation?
Mm.
We will be.
俺た
We
ちの
were
留学
sanctioned
は
to study
この
abroad,
学園に在
only
学
for
し
the
てる間
duration
っ
of
て
our
やつだった
studies.
から
Right. In the back of my mind, I'd always known that one day they would have to return to their homeland, but knowing did little to make the prospect less melancholy.
今クラス全員
Everyone's been so busy with graduation drawing near, so Akechi was told to wait till the classes quieted down a bit before mentioning it.
さすがレディだな俺たちが伝
But
える
you
前に
learned of it
情報を
before
手に
either of
入れ
us
て
could
るなんて
tell
さ
you.
それは
Well, of course I did.
当然だわ情報収集は探偵の基本だもの
Gathering information is a simple part of detective work. I can't bring myself to say that behind my affable mask, that I would miss them both sorely.
日本に戻っても
Do you wish to continue your work
小
once you've
林君
returned?
は明智さんと探偵を続けていくの
まあそのつもりだけど
Not with Akechi, though that has more to do with me than him. I hate his ass.
俺もいつまでもただの助手で明智に頼りっぱなしってわけにもいかないからな
I'm his assistant now, and I'm proud to be so. But I want to stand on my own feet, then continue to rely on him.
一人の立派な探偵になれるように誰にも負けない一番の助手になれるように
My
これ
goal,
からも頑張る
Emily,
よ
is to one day be recognized as a first-rate detective. First-rate detective? More like first-rate
小林君ら
defective.
しいわね
That sounds very suited to you. I want to stand on my own feet. Oh no, not again. Hearing him speak of the future with such a wonderful outlook, he seemed to me in that moment almost dazzling. How befitting a boy who reminded me so often of the sun.
それに
Where can't I be with my sweet summer child?
いつまでたっても先に踏み出せないでいるわ
And yet, here I stand, mired in the present.
あそうだレディ
By the by, Emily,
日本に帰る前にさ一度レディの家に行ってもいい
before I return home, would I be able to pay you a visit at your mansion?
構わないけれどどうしたの
That would be delightful. Is there any reason you'd like to visit? Well, I need to get my sanctioned 1CG for this route, so
その時の楽しみで
I'll let that be my little secret. He left me with many questions and a mischievous grin. Boni Boni, will you focus and stay on track for the race against the tortoise this year? Yeah, don't worry. Once I'm done playing this VN, I'll be sure to go back into the race. I won't get distracted again. Kobayashi was true to his word. I saw him next several days after graduation when he arrived at my front door. Knowing well his love of sweets and confections of all kinds, I treated him to some freshly made custard tarts.
うわ
I
ー
gotta hand it to you. These look
もしかしてこれ
delicious.
お
Did
前
you
が
make
作ったの
them?
か
どうしてわかったの
I did. But how did you know?
前にレディが持ってきてくれた
Elio, the race
ペン
ended
デルトンさんの
yesterday.
タル
You
ト
overslept the
ち
collab
ょっと
again.
形がいびつだからさ
They look a bit unique compared to the tart from Pendleton. They look fucked up, basically.
その通りだけど
His are quite refined.
小林くんはよく観察していますね
A keen observation, Kobayashi. I wasn't certain how to feel about Kobayashi referring to the summit of my baking prowess as unique, but he was going to eat it, I think.
だったらなおさら美味しくいただかないとな。いただきます。
If you made these for me, then that's all the more reason to savor every last bite.
ヘンデルトンに事細かにアドバイスを受けながら作ったから。
Pendleton was lingering behind my back with every step of the process. Shan't have any concerns for their taste at the very least. Despite my best attempts to reassure myself, however, I still couldn't shake my anxiety.
これすっごく美味しいぜ。
The taste is incredible. Better than I imagined. I imagined it tastes like charcoal.
本当？
Really?
俺がレディーに嘘つくかよ。ロンドンでもこんなに美味しいタルトはなかなかないって。
Would I lie? I bet you wouldn't find many custard tarts in London shops that taste this good. Oh, well, now I know you're lying. He laughed before taking another bite.
よかったわ。喜んでくれて。
Then my efforts were worth it. You, I thought with reddened cheeks, have a kindness that reaches the soul. A few more bites and he was finished eating.
俺もさ、お前にあげたい。いや、見せたいものがあるんだ。
Well, I've had my fun. So now I should like to give something to you. Or show you, really.
私に？
What is it? Oh! Here you go, Thunder Dude!
さあ、だからちょっと外に来て。
You'll see. Come on, I'll show you once we're outside. I followed, or rather, was pulled along by an animated Kobayashi. We stopped in the mansion's garden. Flap your ears and fly.
小林くん、見せたいものって？
Well, where is it?
まあ、見てればわかるよ。
I'll be like Chio from
これ、待
Azumanga
って
Daioh,
て。
except it's with my ears. Just need another minute. Here, hold this for me. He handed me a cylindrical object, roughly the length of a conductor's baton, wrapped top to bottom, in vividly colored paper. Oh, is this like sparklers?
あ、しっかり端を持ってくれよな。
Oh,
じゃないと
but hold
ちょっと
tightly
危な
to
い
the
から。
bottom. It can be a bit dangerous if you don't. Dangerous?
危ないっ
What
て。
is this? It's a bomb!
はい。
Stay
レディーはちょ
still,
っと
hold
じっと
it
して
right,
ね。
and there's no cause for alarm. Kobayashi withdrew a match from his pocket and used it to light some sort of wick protruding from the top of the tube. Oh, yep, it's a sparkler. And just what would lighting it accomplish? Oh, pretty! What the heck? This is such a cute CG. So Kobayashi gets a CG alone with him, but Marple doesn't, huh? Goodness. So adorable. Yeah, they look so cute. Like a breath of magic, a swirl of colored light shot forth from the tube in my hands.
これって。
I've never seen anything like it.
こっちに来てから。
That's your only
これが
CG,
発明し
buddy.
て作った
This
七
game
色
doesn't
花火だ。
deserve Marple though, for real. Yeah, we need a break into cutting entertainment and demand they add more. It's a rainbow-colored firework I devised while here. It was a nice distraction from schoolwork. I like to call it my gay firework.
学園の実験室。
That's why I'm unable to date you, Emily. I wanted to tell you by having some theatrics to show that I'm gay. I've been working in the Academy's laboratory to refine it for some time. Next, I've got the men-loving men firework. It's beautiful. A brilliant seven-hued shower of sparks continued to flare out, scattering like glittering droplets of water and melting away into the air. First red, then yellow, then a shift to green, gradually phasing through every color of the rainbow. How does that work? They easily could have done the flower crown CG. I hate it here. Yeah, what the fuck? Pendleton ruined my CG. The sight was so entrancing, so mystical, but I couldn't take my eyes off it. Kobayashi was so important in Akechi's route already. Okay, you know what? If Marple is important for the criminals route, that's fair.
日本では
Watch, she's gonna be like a major character in Jack's
な
route.
かなか手に入んない薬品もあるからな
A few of the chemicals I used are a bit hard to come by in Japan, like strontium and barium nitrate. Thankfully not so in Gauche.
でも
I'm so thankful. I'm so glad that I was able to finish before I left. The firework bathed Kobayashi's relief in its kaleidoscopic display of light.
帰る前にレディには絶対一番に見せてあげたかったから
I knew that once I'd finished, I wanted you to be the first to see it. I turned to look at him through the light.
ありがとう小林くん
Thank you, Kobayashi.
こんなに綺麗な発明品を見せてくれて
Thank you for sharing something so beautiful with me.
それにずっと私のことを笑顔で励ましてくれて
And thank you for all the times you've lifted my spirits and encouraged me with your smile. Kobayashi truly is too good for this game, huh?
私小林くんがいてくれたおかげで学園がとても楽しかった
Were it not for you being here, I don't think I would have enjoyed my schoolgirl days as much as I have. Encouragement being one of the things one can seldom have too much of, Kobayashi's ready supply has ever been a light to me when times have been difficult. Shimmering sun more splendid than any firework.
いくらお礼を言っても
Why can I date
言い足
the
りないくらいだ
sea, but I can't date the sun? The moon can't be with the sun? Is that what I'm supposed to understand with comparing Emily to the moon? I could thank you every day for a year and still come up short for what I feel I owe to you.
あのさレディ
Can I ask about Akechi, Emily?
レディは今でも
Do you still, I'm cool playing second banana. He began to speak before drifting off mid-sentence.
小林くん
うんなんでもない
Oops, lost my train of thought. His smile was there, but it was his eyes that suggested something was amiss. Some unspoken pain that lingered beneath the surface. It had been seconds, perhaps even just 1 second, and then it was gone.
なあレディ俺一つお前にお願いがあるんだ
I have a favor I'd like to ask. Is Kobayashi still trying to wingman for Akechi even though he's literally having a moment with Emily right now? Oh my fucking god. He's the bro!
お願い
What sort of favor? The absolute mixed messages this guy throws.
さあ俺が立派な探偵になって明智よりもずっと強いやつになって
A big one.
エゲレスに戻って
When I
きた
become a first-rate detective, better than Akechi, I want to come back here.
レディ俺の助手になってよ
And when I do, I want you to be my assistant. Is this a love confession? No! Me? To say his request took me by surprise would be putting it lightly. He
その
may be
時
shit
は
at fighting, but he sure knows how to mix people up.
俺の助手になれてよかったって絶対に思わせてみせる
I promise you, you won't regret it. I'll make certain you feel it was one of the best decisions you ever made. If I get to be with you, Kobayashi, I know it's the best decision I ever made.
それにもっとすごい発明品を作ってレディのことびっくりさせてやるよ
I'll keep a steady stream of inventions coming that'll impress and surprise you, each more amazing than the last. Strangely, hearing him speak of the future with such enthusiasm instilled in me a genuine belief that things would happen just as he had said. To listen to him brought a smile to my face as well.
ありがとう小林くん
I believe you. That means this game's gonna get a sequel and you're gonna have a root in it, right?
それじゃあいつか小林くんが戻ってくる時まで私も頑張るわね
And I suppose I'll be putting my nose to the grindstone until I see you again.
ああ、お互いに頑張ろうぜ。
The same for me.
待っててくれよな。俺が大きな男になってお前に会いに来るのさ。
When next we meet, I'll be a man's man. A real detective. I'll be a man's man because I'll be married to a Akechi.
楽しみにしているわ
You will. I just know you will. A warmth and understanding now settled between us. If Kobayashi planned to become a better man than he was now, then I should strive to become a better woman. Our goals were as one. Become first-rate detectives with charm to spare. I'd hoped my own growth would surprise him pleasantly upon his return. It was him, their confidence and spirit, that gave rise to a small flame within me. Soon, this person was to return home, for he'd be so far away. I noticed for the first time, only just before he was set to leave, that he was a bit taller than when we met. How fortunate I was to have crossed paths with so bright and tender a soul.
待ってるからね聖司くん
I'll be waiting for you, Seiji. Why is this so romantic? Why can't I date him? What the fuck? Enveloped with a sense of gratitude that could not be put into words, I took his hand in mine. Fireworks, proof of Kobayashi's thanks, as well as one of his finest works. Yeah, at least it's the same as Marple. Why is it all the people that I want to date I can't date? Yeah, I had a feeling it was short. Oh, we look like a couple. I'm just gonna skip that. SM8! Yeah, I'm curious. I think Marple was just one, right? Yeah. This was her only CG in her route. Why is it that all the people I want to date I can't date? Stop copying me. Okay, I am gonna make a quick poll since I had a feeling that was gonna be short. To date next. Okay. I'm gonna have this run for 3 minutes while I go and get myself some hot cocoa. And then we'll just start whoever wins. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And it looks like Holmes won. Surprise, surprise! God, I really don't want to get to Jack's part yet. Thousands of characters they can pick, and they chose the real-life serial killer. I like how I hit enter and it fixes the message without my consent. Ugh. Yeah, I hate autocorrect. I hate that about mobile, and it'll do it at the very last second too. Yeah! I mess up so many of my messages because of that when I'm on mobile. I love how it corrects how to heal, but not because. Rest in peace, Holmes. It was nice knowing you, homie. Yep. It's time for you to uncharacteristically fall for Emily.
ハリントン学園への入学。さて、お嬢様。
Okay, let me pull up his route. If y'all could update my title. Oh wait, no. You guys can't do that, huh? Never mind. It's fine. Okay. No, I don't want the true ending. I want Holmes's route. There we go.
これは頼もしいですね。ぜひこれからお役立てください。
You mean dwarf? Okay, let's get through this. I'm not Sherlock, or not Sherlock, Herlock.
お嬢様お見事です。正解です。
Okay, well, let's take some predictions.
お見事ですお嬢様。
Do you guys think it's gonna be like a natural tsundere
なるほど。
love affair, or
お嬢様は法を守る
do you
ことを
think
選
he's
ばれるのですね。
gonna uncharacteristically like fall for her without like any real meaning to? Tsundere sounds right. Interesting. So you chose to follow the law.
人は個人的な感情にとらわれると冷静な判断が下せなくなります。
When people are tied to their emotions, they have a difficult time thinking logically. His behavior won't change too much, just tsundere.
どうか、
Okay.
いざという時も落ち着いた判
Keep
断を
training
忘れないよう
yourself
に
to
し
make
てください
calm,
ね。
rational judgments, even in emergency.
では次が最後の質問です。よろしいでしょう。
Let's see. Turn himself in.
そうですか。お嬢様は
You've
あくま
chosen
で
to follow the path of the
法
law,
と秩序を
even if it
守る
means
道を
losing the
選
one
ば
you
れる
hold
ので
most
すね。
dear. His behavior will change, but only because he's directly encouraged to change. Oh, whoops.
立派なお覚悟です。
I admire
それほどの
you. You're
心
more
積もり
than
ならば
prepared to solve any number of
きっと
cases
事
that
件に
would
も
fall
立
at
ち向
your
かってい
feet.
けることでしょう。
I still have low expectations, so I'm voting uncharacteristically becomes nicer with no development. Yeah, I guess we'll see, because I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be like the canon boy. Well, we'll see if being the canon boy means he gets good development, or we'll see if being canon boy just means he gets to get away with whatever.
私は大丈夫よ。
Alright, let's skip around.
ホームズに意
Holmes.
見を聞いてみたいの。
And we're gonna read a book.
本を読もうかしら。私、
I wonder if we'll have like a moment against Lupin this route. Because I had a feeling we didn't because last time it was a catchy. So I don't know.
今日は少し疲れたし、
Let's see. Facts are facts.
ホームズの言う通り、
Yeah, since Herlock is in Lupin's book, yeah. So I have a feeling Lupin might be a bit more active in the plot this time, hopefully. Because he's just kind of been sitting on the sidelines. If not, it'll probably have Jack the Ripper stuff like in Watson's Route.
本を読もうかしら。
Because I believe there was that book, Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. But I hope it has Lupin in it.
飼育小屋を見せてください。
The stable. God, I really want a Watson scene of him. Oh wait, hold on. Read a book.
本を読もうかしら。
I really want a Watson scene of him telling Sherlock about how Emily reminds him of a girl in his orphanage and so, just for Watson to not hear a single word because he's focused watching Emily. Oh, do you mean Herlock? I want Herlock to know that Watson has a crush on Emily and still court her regardless, just to be an asshole. I actually pursued you not because I'm into you, but because I thought it would be really fucking funny.
Perhaps I should read a book. A single volume on the desk caught my attention. Its title was Adventures in London. In it, the protagonists visit a wide variety of different places, and you're invited to experience those places with them. It's full of all kinds of places that I've never been to or seen before. I've never even been on a proper holiday, but I'd really love to visit some of these places on one. Oh, I know! Maybe I should give this book to...
Who comes to mind? Kobayashi. We're not dating Akechi.
I want to show it to Kobayashi. There are all kinds of interesting places throughout London covered in it, so I'm sure he'd enjoy reading it.
Your clamoring obsession to find an NTR route has been noted.
Alright, I'll take it to school tomorrow then.
Adventures in London, a story where a group of people travel around London. Despite the title, it features locations other than the capital.
今日は少し疲れたし、もう寝ようかしら。
Skip. Results wouldn't be very accurate that way.
正確な実験結果が出せなくなるわ。ごめんよ。
Oh, we're rizzing her landlord, or his landlord, bleh.
盗まれたお皿は偽物だわ。意外に身近な人物。
I wish you could just skip this chapter.
行ってみましょう。
Because it feels like all these choices, at least in this chapter, the one with the landlady, it feels like none of them
アトリー
give points for any character's route because it's always the same choices. I understand the rest of the common route,
怪しいのはハワー
but
ドさん。
not this chapter. This chapter feels kind of like a waste.
今日は少し疲れたし、もう寝ようかしら。
We're not gonna engage a boy unless he's Holmes.
明智さん、どうか気をつけてね。
Let's see, classified documents on major
犯罪についての本を。
crimes.
ホームズのメッセージを解いてみましょう。
Oh.
王はどうかしら。
Can't you just save in a separate file? Probably not, because Elio has to build up the relationship points in the common route. Yeah. Is there no way of getting enough fate levels for all remaining boys? Wait, wrong game. Let's see. I think I'll go in. Call. Oh, whoops. Whoops. We gotta call out to him. And then we go into the back alley, and then this should put us on Holmes's
話し
route.
声が聞こえるわ。
Help me, Holmes! see.
Holmes wasn't behaving as he normally would, not one bit. The terrible feelings I had before my rescue were beginning to make their return. He wasn't thinking straight, he was thinking gay. More like a man possessed. To date another man. A terrible omen swirls about all this. If he never comes back... I grew more and more overwhelmed myself until, unable to contain it any longer, I ran into the now impossibly thick fog after him.
Wait, Emily!
まったく
Oh right, we're on
全て裏目に
his
出る
route, so we're gonna see more Sherlock.
私は息子と彼女を探す
Capital. I see that's backfired smashingly. Well then, I'm off to find my son and the young lady.
自分も行きます。ホームズから彼女のこと頼まれたから。
I'm coming with you. Holmes left her in my care.
ああそうだなしかし君は冷静でいてくれ私からははぐれないよう頼むぞ
I suppose he did. Still, you're to keep your head in check. You're not to stray far from me either. Understand?
はい。
Yes, sir.
The two of them were off in search of Holmes and Emily.
So dense had the fog become that, by then, neither one could see well beyond their own fingers. I hurried after him, desperate to find any sign for him. Holmes, where are you? Pray you haven't gone far. It would have been difficult to find someone so late at night at the best of times, but the weather as it was made visibility a sincere trial. How am I to find him like this?
I can't see a thing. Oh, I think we might see another new figure in the fog this time. Because I feel like in Watson's route, it had, what was his name? Was it Moriarty? Was it Moriarty? And then in Akechi's route, it had Porlock, and those two were like the main villains of their routes. So maybe we'll get someone different for Sherlock or Herlock. Bleh. Apologies, I suddenly got hit by a sudden bout of mania. I'm currently DMing you about Cookie Yaoi again. Let's go. I love getting Cookie Yaoi. Yeah, don't apologize for DMing Cookie Yaoi. I'm very grateful. I think it was Moriarty. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll probably see someone different for Herlock's route.
How am I to find him like this? I can't see a thing. I surveyed my surroundings, straining both my eyes and ears for footsteps. But I could see and hear nothing. There wasn't a soul other than me in the area.
I'm surprised they didn't use Moriarty for Herlock, since he's supposed to be Sherlock's main rival, yeah. I guess maybe we'll see Moriarty's boss in this route?
Perhaps I should turn back? No, I want to look for at least a bit longer.
Because we know that him and Porlock aren't at the highest of, like, whatever pecking order they have. So we might see the highest in the pecking order for this route. I don't know.
I kept advancing forwards, debating the best course of action all the while, when I felt something on my shoulder. Someone behind me was tapping me. I was so shocked I couldn't help but let out a tiny shriek.
静かに。
Oh,
君を狙う者が近くにい
okay,
たら
he
どうす
just
る
finds her. Okay. Quiet. Good with screaming too if your attacker is still around to hear it.
He appeared a confliction of relief and frustration upon finding him.
Unless this also had Moriarty and we just skipped that because it didn't have Herlock in it. Maybe she did see Moriarty in this route too. I had assumed it was because they were saving Moriarty for Sherlock's route.
ミス・ホワイトリー、どうしてこんなところに来たんだ？君はワトソン君と一緒に屋敷へ戻れと言ったはずだ。
Why are you even here,
Oh,
Miss
excuse me.
Whiteley? I told you to return home with Watson. It's too dangerous to be out here.
それなら余計一人にはできないわ。あなたに何かあったら困るもの。二人の方が 安全よ。
That's all the more reason why I can't leave you alone. I don't want anything to happen to you. And I should think it twice as safe with us together.
Are you certain about that, Emily? I feel like if I'm with you, my chances of encountering danger increase.
まったく、ああ言えばこう言うな、君は。二人で共倒れになる可能性は考えなかったのか。
Oh, certainly. You have a merry answer to everything, don't you? Twice as safe. Have you considered that we're now both twice as likely to end up dead? You're so right, Holmes. Either Sherlock is built differently and just smart enough to find Emily easily, or Sherlock's main enemy in his route is clearly himself.
でもあなたが心配でごめんなさい。足手まといになって。
But I was worried. Can't you forgive me for the burden I've caused you?
No, you are not forgiven.
別に
Some crimes
そんなこと
can't
は
be
言ってない。
forgiven.
とにかく
Off to jail with
君
you.
は謝るな。
What burden? I
僕
never
の
said
方が
that.
君に
And
謝
you've
る
done
べきだ。
nothing that warrants forgiveness. Rather, I should be asking that of you.
ホームズ、
すまない。
I'm sorry. All I've
僕は
done
ま
is
た
drag you into danger yet
君を
again.
危険に巻き込んだ。
I knew that finding them was going to be next to
わかっている。
impossible in this
この
weather.
霧の中で彼らを見つけ出すのは困難だ。今度は決して僕か
Just
ら
promise me
離れない
something.
と約束して
Don't
くれ。
leave my side.
ええ、
I won't.
分かったわ。
I promise.
約束する。
Nothing had been resolved, but I counted myself fortunate he didn't reject me. Very slowly and very surely, we continued to walk together.
ミス・ホワイトリー。
Holmes called my name for a few steps in front of me.
何ホームズ。
What is it, Holmes?
すまなかったな。
I really am sorry.
ええ。
What are you apologizing for?
Holmes's voice now had all the fragility of glass. I never heard him so meek.
僕は冷静さを変えていた。あの時、君を危険にさらしたのは、父の指摘した通り、
I should have been more
僕の落ち度
calm,
だ。
rational. Father is right. It was my fault that you were exposed to danger.
でも正しいことをしようとしたわ。あなたは犯罪を見過ごさなかった。
But you did the right thing. You didn't turn your back on a crime. To me, you made to see that justice was done.
ミス・ホワイトリー。僕の父は多くの事件を解決し、周囲から頼られ、尊敬されてきた。
Miss Whiteley, I have daddy issues. My father has solved countless cases in his lifetime, earning the trust and respect of those around him.
自分の頭と
He did it all with his own
努力で
intellect, through honest
ここまでやってきたん
backbreaking
だ。
work.
僕もそうあろう
I've
とし
always
た。
endeavored to do the same.
探偵として
Stare
事件
down
に
the
関わり。
cases before me and
真実を
unravel the
つかもうと
truths
した。
behind them.
だけど、
But the
僕の
masses
姿を通
don't
して
see me when I do
周囲
that.
は父
They
さ
see
んの
my
姿を
father.
重ねる。そして
When I solve a
こう言って
case,
称賛す
instead
る。
of praising my effort in itself,
さすがはあの
people
ホ
tell
ー
me
ムズ
that
の
I
息
take
子
after
だ。
him, that I'm just
やっ
like
ぱりホー
him.
ムズの血を受け継ぐものだと。
ホームズ、
So, that's how he
そん
sees
な
it.
風に思っていたのね。
僕が事件を追うのは自分の意志だ。周囲の押し付けでも
Ah,
What's
so
your-
he'll call Emily
父さん
Daddy.
の勧め
Got
でもない
it. I work to solve cases as a detective because I want to, not because he or anyone else expects that of me.
でも最近時々感じるんだ。
Your son calls me
僕は父さん
daddy.
には遠く及ばない。もし同時に同じ事件を追っても父さんにはかなわないだろうって。
It has only been of late that I can't escape how inferior I am to him. If we were to pursue precisely the same case at precisely the same time, I wouldn't come close to solving it first. I mean, he just has more experience than you. That's
嫌い
understandable.
なの？
Do you hate him? I clutched to the sleeve of his coat. I waited for him to shake my hand away, but he only stared with a keen, unnerved focus. But focused as it was, I thought he also wasn't staring at all. Inwardly, a part of him seemed to search and search and search for the right answer.
さあ、わからないな。
I couldn't say.
ただ苦手なんだ。 自分の弱さに気づかされるから。
I only know that I'm not very good at dealing with him. Being around him makes me too aware of my own weakness.
To Holmes, his father was a source of inspiration, someone whom he wished to one day equal. That, in turn, made his father an obstacle he needed to one day surpass as a fellow detective. But there was yet one more obstacle that doggedly played devil's advocate to his ears, and it made the source of his inspiration that much harder to accept: pride. Holmes carried his weight in it, more so than most. So how was he meant to discuss his feelings with the sincerity of the average man?
でもホームズ
Wait,
にも
hold on.
わからないことってあるのね。
Since we're on his route.
To think, there are things in this world that even you didn't know. I shifted the tiniest bit closer to him, then closer still.
おい、な
What
ぜ
are you
笑いながら
doing?
僕に
Is
近
there
づいてく
something
るんだ。
funny with what I said?
だってなんだか安心したんだも
No,
ん。
I'm comforted,
Holmesも
I suppose.
私と同じ
I
人
feel
間なんだなって
comforted knowing you're an ordinary human like the rest of us.
君は今まで
What
僕の
have
こと
you
を何だ
seen
と思っ
me
ていたんだ。
as all this time?
そうね。
How
わ
to
から
put
な
it?
いことは何一
A
つない
mad。perfectionist who knows more than anyone about about everything?
なんだそれは。
Are you mocking me? Oh, he's blushing a little bit.
だってそう見
You've
え
always
るんだ
given
も
me that impression, really.
の。でも私にはお父様がいないから羨ましいわ。ホームズさんはあなたと話すのが楽しそうだもの。
I can't quite describe it the way I'd like, but since I lost my father as a girl, watching yours being so happy to speak with you has made me envious.
まったく真っ先に父親と和解しろというのかと思えば。
How unexpected. I'd fully prepared for the first words out of your mouth to lean closer towards reconciliation. Nothing like that.
ワトソン君なんか殴り合いの喧嘩で解決しろと言っていたし。
Everyone around me has such bizarre opinions. Watson advised me to solve the issue by engaging in fisticuffs.
ワトソンらしいわね。
That does sound like something he would do.
それに男同士って言葉では言い表せない熱い何かがあるんでしょ。
He
What
told
doesn't
me
make it
once, when a man's passions are aroused, words just aren't enough, or some such.
ワトソン君が
Did he now?
ええ、彼らしいじゃない。
He did. That sounds like him also, doesn't it?
やれやれ全く意味のわからないことを。
Oh, yes. And that I have not a clue what he's going on about. Oh, I think this is a new sprite. I don't think we've ever seen him smile like this before.
でもホームズ、一つだけおせっかいだけど。
Well, it isn't fisticuffs, but if there's one thing I might say, Holmes.
大切な人ってある日
Holmes
突然
smiling fondly. Who is this? This is an imposter.
The people you treasure most genuinely can disappear without warning.
ホームズにはあの時ちゃんと話せばよか
Huh,
った
I wonder if something's gonna happen to Sherlock in this route, and this is foreshadowing.
I would never wish upon you the pain of regret, the kind where you wished you had said something when you still had the chance.
それが君の意見なら
He would never,
一応覚
at
えてお
least
こう。
not around Emily. If that's her opinion on the matter, I shall take it to heart.
ホームズ、
しかしあの変人でタフな父が簡単に消えるとも思わないがね。
I was not expecting him to actually mention that. Though I find it impossible to imagine that crack-brained eccentric disappearing into thin air. Holy shit!
もうどこまで意地っ張りなの？
Oh, none of that. Is there no limit to how stubborn you can be?
I was not expecting him to call out his dad being a crack addict.
I was happy. His reaction hadn't matched his feelings, to be sure, but he had said enough. A distraction soon brought us back to reality. The two of us heard a particular consistent shuffling, and it was coming closer. We also heard the faint tap of footsteps.
今のは
Who could that be?
ミス・ホワイトリ
We'll
ー
have to cut our
残念だが
conversation
おしゃべ
short
りは
and
終わ
run,
りだ
Miss Whiteley.
走るぞ
Take hold of my
僕の
hand
手を
and
握
don't
って
let
いろ
go.
He'd gone from relaxed to tense with the flip of coin. I won't. I grasped his hand and we started to run away, but we weren't quite able to go undetected.
逃げられると思ったか。
And where do you think you're running off?
The man who had attacked me appeared from within the fog. In his hand, gripped and prepared for battle, was the same knife.
ミス・ホワイトリー君は下がって
Behind me was Miss Whiteley.
Holmes raised his arm in front of me, then stepped forwards to draw the man's attention to him.
なぜ彼女を狙う
Why are you
何
targeting
が目
her?
的だ
What is it that you want?
小娘に用はない。
Misunderstand.
用があ
My
るのは
target
ホーム
is the
ズ
son
の
of
息子
Holmes.
つまり
You,
お
I
前
should
だよ。
say.
エルロッ
Good
ク・
to
ホーム
meet
ズ。
you, Herlock Holmes.
僕
Choice
自
of
身
words
と
has
いう
me
より
thinking the
ま
one
る
you
で
truly have
父
business
さん
with
に
is
用
my
がある
father.
口ぶりだ
当然だ。お前はあくまでホームズ・ジュニア。それ以
Jeez.
上の価値はない。
Of course, you're his son. Beyond his infamy, your existence holds no worth.
Holmes twitched at the insult.
下がれミス・ホワイトリー
Step back, Miss Whiteley.
The formerly robed man, now disrobed since his escape and wicked in his reveal, motioned to attack as Holmes took position. He deftly evaded the swipe of the knife, and careful not to miss the opportunity, countered with a hard first to the man's side.
A hard fist to the man's side.
The man's movement had become sluggish. No matter the weapon, Holmes's gift for boxing would always grant him the advantage in close quarters.
どうした喧嘩を売ってきた割にはまるで勝負にならないな
Is that your best? You started this fight. I should think you can make it worth my time.
A first can hurt a lot. Right, dwarf?
Or should I say, getting a first stolen from you?
It was the best he could do, but that had yet to stop the man from rousing himself to resume the fight. Or was it something else?
でもおかしいわ。今背中を狙うこともできたのに、あえて優位に立たせている。
This can't be right. He had a perfect opportunity to attack Holmes, but he didn't take it. He can't be duping Holmes into thinking he's a weak man.
どうしてそんな防戦一方なのかしら。まるで長引かせようと。
But why? What other purpose could there be other than to delay his loss?
まるで何かを待っている。
Unless he were waiting for something that would help him win. The puzzle was solved, and as I thought, almost as though I knew I had, it manifested itself in the form of faint glimmer in the fog.
So it's not gonna be tsundere? We don't know.
奥に誰かって。
Someone else is there.
考えているの。
No. Is that a gun?
待って。
Stop, Holmes! This is a
これ
trap!
は罠だわ。
It was too late. The burst of a bullet crackled through the fog. I thought my heart was going to stop. Both men stopped moving, and the silence that followed lasted far too long. The next sound was his knife smacking against the stone pavement. He staggered away from Holmes with an uncomfortable gait. With sudden desperate intakes of breath I heard from him, like in any sort of good manner, which led my eyes down to his abdomen. There was blood.
大佐、ど
Colonel,
うして
why?
大佐。
Colonel? Colonel Sanders? If he said any more, I couldn't hear it. A second gunshot had drowned him out. The man's body buckled and collapsed.
お前がやったのか
Was this your work? Why the fuck didn't he do that the other time? Wait, what do you mean?
身内が迷惑をかけたね、エルロック・ホームズ。
My apologies for the grief my man has no doubt furnished you, Sherlock Holmes. A new voice reached my ears as I remained halted and speechless. Yeah, it's not the same guy. I think this is the guy above Moriarty. This man, dressed from head to toe in black, emerged from the fog and was grinning at the scene.
さっきの男に僕を襲わせたのはお前の命令ではないのか？
Oh, are you suggesting that man wasn't attacking me on your orders?
いや、我々にそのつもりはない。
He was acting by his own
これは
volition,
彼が自分の意
not
思で勝
according
手に
to
やった。
our wishes.
信用ならないな。
And I'm to take you at your word?
そうやって事件を
You
深
and
追
your
いしようと
father
する
had
のが
that same thirst
父
for
親譲り
pursuing
の
his
君の
pace
悪い
one
癖だ。
step too far. Dreadful trait you were better off without, I say.
そこの彼女を傷つけ
Now,
られた
if
く
you
なけれ
prefer
ば
your young lady to
私を追う
remain
べ
in
きだ。
good health, you will not follow me.
もう
Am
わ
I
かるわ。
making myself clear?
僕はお前たちの正体を暴く。
At some point, I will find out who you people are. I assure you of it. The man did not respond. In the same fluid way he had arrived, he melted back into the fog.
ホームズ、
Holmes! I couldn't remain as calm as I would have liked at a time like this. I rushed to Holmes's side.
今のって
Is that?
あ
Indeed.
あ、彼ら
They
の
set
罠
us
だ。
up, and we were gullible enough to fall for it.
もう手遅れだ。
Holmes removed something from his pocket.
拳銃。
A gun? It was similar to the one the last man had.
さっきナイフを
I
押さえていた
suppose he
時、
slipped it into my pocket when I picked up the
彼が
knife.
僕のコートに入
Oh,
れたん
he
だ。
was setting Holmes up to look like the murderer. Like what happened in Watson's route. He spoke as if we were ruminating what had happened in his mind. Then he looked once more at the body slumped on the ground.
しかも弾が2発だけ抜かれている。
Worse still, 2 bullets are missing.
それって
That means
動くな！スコットランドヤードだ！
Scotland Yard, stay where you are. Presumably summoned to the scene by the gunshots, several policemen arrived and raised their firearms one after the next.
少年、その拳銃を捨て投
Oh
降するんだ！
god, yeah,
抵抗すればこ
this
ちら
is
も
just
発砲
like
する
with
用意がある
Watson's。route. Young man, put down your gun. Resist and we will fire.
くそ、はめられた。
Damn it all the boneheaded moves I could have made. This is interesting because this happened like what, halfway through Watson's route?
初めからこれが目的だったんだわ。
This must have been their plan. Is Holmes on the ground bleeding? No. So the thing was that the guy that showed up was setting Herlock up to look like he murdered the guy that just got killed by putting a gun in his pocket.
信じたくないけど、
I guess prison is a good justification for character development.
送りも仕組まれて。
I don't want to believe it, but could that theft have been part of this? Whatever the answer, there was nothing to be done to solve our current predicament.
待って、彼は何もしていないわ。
Watson needs like 2 weeks to simp for Emily. Holmes needs like 5 years. Wait, he hasn't done anything wrong. He's been set up.
話は書で聞かせてもらう。
We'll listen to what he has to say at the station. Emily breaks him out and he's like, I suppose I can date you. The officer forcibly grabbed Holmes's arm as his subordinates surrounded him.
違うの、待って。彼を連れて行かないで。
You're making a mistake. He really didn't do anything. Please, you can't take him away.
やめたまえ、ミス・ホワイトリー。
Jokes aside, I do feel like he'll deal with the
それ以上はやめるんだ。
conspiracy more directly, which could take longer. Stop, Miss Whiteley. Please. Please stop.
でも、ホームズ。
But, Holmes!
大丈夫だ、ミス・ホワイ
You'll
ト
be
リー。
fine.
この程度のこと
You shouldn't make a row
うろ
over
たえるようなこ
something
とじゃ
so
ない。
trivial.
第一、なぜ
Remember,
何もしていない
I've done nothing
僕たちが。
is it worth all the
うろたえなくてはいけ
fuss
ない
when we're innocent?
だから君は安心して待っていろ。
All is well.
いいな。
So well, in fact, that I'd prefer you wait for my return. Will you? I couldn't
fully hide my nerves, but I knew the best thing to do was, as he said,
ホームズ
I'll testify that you're innocent, Holmes.
あな
Don't
たが
let
無実だ
anyone
と
dare
証
to
言する
suggest otherwise.
That has
君に
always
言われな
been.
くても
That was
その
always
つ
to
も
be
りだ
my intention,
ミ
Miss
ス・ホワイ
Whiteley.
トリーこの僕が
When I ever let a
こんな
petty
罠に
a petty
するわけは
crap
ない
like
だろう。
this get the better of me? So Emily will be without Holmes for a bit. Holmes smiled with his usual air of smug confidence.
Seeing it eased me, told me without words that things are gonna be alright.
Ugh, fine. We can't have one date. We can have one date, but no hand holding, and you are paying the bill.
How innocent I was.
Go on, Elio. Say it. What do you expect from this route? I expect lots of Watson content. And TR? I could never have predicted the hardships that were waiting for him in the days to come. Time to team up with Watson and break Holmes out of jail. The distress of Sherlock Holmes. Oh. So maybe we're gonna work with Sherlock.
The air was the same as any other autumn morning. It was refreshing, crisp. Its warmth had been on a steady decline as winter drew near, but it was nonetheless welcome, as the chill was the first signal of morning's arrival. If only I felt as refreshed.
お嬢様
My lady. Poor Emily. She's now homeless.
お嬢様どうされました何
A
や
Holmes
暗い顔
route
をなさ
without
っていますか
Holmes actually being present in it, huh? Whatever is the matter, my lady? You're looking rather despondent.
またホームズ君の事件について考えていらしたんですか
Is what happened to Holmes still weighing on your mind?
え
Bitchless, you yet again.
実はあれからあの事件のことばかり考えてしまって
I can't help it. It's all I can think about.
そう心配なさることはありません
Perhaps so, but it won't do to worry so excessively.
お嬢様やワトソン君たちの証言もありますし本人も否定しているのでしょう
Holmes has denied all charges, yes? You and Watson have also testified to his character.
え
He did.
今は
He says that for now,
Scotland
all
Yard
that's
の
changed for
監視が
him
つい
is
ているだ
that
けだって
Scotland Yard has him under
ホームズ
watch.
に言ってたわ
I had, in fact, presented the Yard with a truthful account of what I'd witnessed. And though both my and Watson's testimonies matched Holmes's to the letter, they had yet to be entirely convinced. No doubt in their eyes, all rang false against the pistol found in his pocket. I could argue and cry and testify till my voice was gone, but there was nothing in my power to sway them.
宿は私がホーム
I
ズ
feel
に
like
かかって
banging them over the head with the
嘘の
truth,
証
but
言をしてい
they're
る
set on believing I'm lying to protect him.
I walk in here bitchless and hope it isn't directed at me. Hey there, Phoenix. Hello, how you doing?
ホームズの疑いを晴らすには
As things are,
真
the
犯
only
人
way
を
I can
探したし
convince them he's innocent
決
is
定
to
的な
find the real
証拠を突き
culprit
つけるしか
myself.
ないわ
Prove it with irrefutable evidence.
お嬢様
I certainly don't
彼を
fault
助け
you
よう
for
と
wanting
勇む
to
のは
help
よろしい
him.
のですが無茶な真似はな
Though
さら
I
ぬ
shall
よ
ask you not to do anything
お嬢様
rash
にどん
in
な
the
危険が降りか
process.
かるかわか
There's
り
no
ません
telling what danger you might find yourself in.
分かっているわ
I'm well aware, Pendleton. I raised my cup and inhaled the tea, now stone cold.
Dang, that must hurt.
In one indelicate gulp before realizing I had not yet read the morning paper.
ね
Am I correct in assuming there's bad news in the paper?
え今日の新聞には
I'm good, kinda waking up.
何か悪い
Hoping
ニュースでも載っているの
I don't fall asleep soon. Oh, good morning!
どうしてそんなことを
What leads you to that assumption? Do you have work today? How's yours? I'm doing okay. Started out a little rough. My PC was having some issues at the start of the day, but it seems to be working pretty fine now. So I'm glad about that. What leads you to that assumption?
毎朝
Placing it on the breakfast table is part of your routine. But there's no paper to be found here. A new one was published,
今日は
certainly,
休館日じゃ
and
ない
you
し
would sooner dismiss it than forget.
あなたが置き忘れるはずもないわ。つまり
There must be something written in
今朝の
it you would
新聞
prefer
は
I not see. How
私
close
に
am
見せ
I?
たくないのね。
最近のお嬢さん
Close
は
enough
と
for
て
me
も
to say
鋭
you
い
grow more perceptive by the day.
Now resigned to the inevitable, Pendleton departed and returned shortly with paper in hand.
Heck yeah, you got this, Elio and Elio's PC. Oh, thank you.
くれぐれも怒って新聞を投
I
げつけ
should
て
like you to read it
これ
calmly,
はどういう
not
こと
throwing
な
it
の
across the
な
room
ど
in a fit
叫
of
ばぬように
anger
お願
or
いいたし
shouting,
ます
"What is the meaning of this?" at the top of your lungs.
もうペンデルトン、私はもう子供じゃないのよ。
Goodness, do you take me for a child?
そんなちょっとやそっとのことで腹を立てたりなんか。
I am a perfectly fine lady, and ladies would do no such thing. I'm as capable of handling bad news as any response. As I had been declaring as much, I cast my eyes down towards the headline and cut myself short upon seeing the front page. Oh, you got done with work 5 or so hours ago? Don't got work until 2 a.m. Oh, nice!
犯人はあの天才少年探偵かですって。
Genius boy detective turns to crime? Below the headline was an article recounting the recent murder. No names were mentioned, but it took little guesswork to ascertain the culprit. Holmes was in the accompanying photograph as well, being escorted away by Scotland Yard.
これはどういうことなの？
What is the meaning of this?
はあ、やっぱりお嬢様落ち着いてください
Sadly, I know you all too well. Now, my lady, if you would try to stay calm.
まるでホームズが犯人みたいな書き方だわ。
How can I? This article is making Holmes out to be a petty criminal.
人の口に戸は立てられません噂は瞬く間に広がっていくでしょう
So it is, and with this in the open, it's only a matter of time before the rumors spread.
Pendleton then sternly looked to me.
お嬢様
Listen well, my lady.
何？
Yes?
今後はホームズ君との接し方をよくお考えください
I must ask that you take due caution in how you approach your relationship with Holmes. What, you saying I can't date him? I'm on his route.
どういうこと？
I'm not sure I understand.
疑われているホームズ君に近づけばお嬢様が周囲からどのような目で見られるか
Damn, already saying this at the start of his route, huh? Truth or not, he would be perceived as a criminal by society. If you're seen as intimate with him, there's no telling how your image may be affected.
特に今回は彼を狙っているのは複
He's
数
dangerous now. It
組織
makes
だ
it
った犯
harder.
行のようにし
True!
ますいつお嬢様が巻き込まれるか分かりません
Emily's into bad boys. And perception aside, this does appear to be the result of him being targeted by those of criminal intent. We cannot rule out that you may be in danger when with him.
だからって
Are you
ホームズから
telling
離
me
れ
to
ろって
stay
言うの？
away from him? When he's a victim?
納得できないことだと重々承
I
知
know
してい
how
ます
difficult the idea must be to
しかし
accept.
よくお考えくだ
Consider
さい
your position.
このホワイトリー家がどのような目で見
Your
られるのかを
actions, your choices, are more than just yourself. They are the Whiteley families.
There it was. Whiteley family pierced me as a dagger would a heart. He was right. As heiress to a grand legacy, I had an obligation to protect and defend our good name, just as mother and father had in life. Okay. I think we're gonna go into some family background here. So I think I will save here for today. And then we will continue Sherlock's route next time. Oh. Bunny, watch out! Oh, head pats. Thank you. Consider this. Gets taken hostage. Incoming head pats. You didn't warm them in time. My ears got too scared. Okay. Now his ears are gone. I'm gonna go on a BRB to get a snack in my tummy because my stomach is rumbling. And then when I come back, we'll do some Umineko. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes.